BKBs Virtus Pro will pick up if you get an Ags. But still, like this looks like an outdraft for VP. Like that DP pick is perfect. Silence wrecks the entire lineup of Secret.
Does almost feel like this is the first time that like Team Secret don't have that big pushing lineup at the very beginning. It's a PA as Nodi is dragging it back. Puck, of course, he is a great split pusher. He can just go onto those side lanes, and he's been really popular in doing that. You give your team fight, but you just can delay the game up. But with Virtus Pro's lineup, they got such great synergy between the Grimstroke. We can't even talk about like Soulbind, potentially double Dooms, double Storm Bolts. Like this in itself, if they can get that off in a team fight, it's great. But we were also debating it during the draft. How do you get such a combination off against Team Secret, who have been so good with their positioning?
Yeah, it's just this is the first time Secret are the ones on the back foot. They don't have that mid-game skirmish power that they've had in the previous 3 games.
Is this also the way the draft was done? Like, VP changed the beat up. It's like, well, we could react to the IO first pickup. Like, we could pick Disruptor. We can get the Grimstroke now. It's like, no, we're going to go Jug. We're going to go Sven. We're going to be the ones in control of this draft and not allow Puppy just to walk all over us like Game 2.
Yep. I like that they gave away the Wisp, too. It demonstrates confidence. You win a game, hard fought, you're going into the next round, and you can pretty accurately predict what Secret's going to do, and they were prepared with their response. They took time to select each hero, but they didn't use anything but reserves, or none of their reserve. Yeah. So I like the Jug Sven.
Just out of curiosity, do you still get the 15 on Ire? Is this your free Aghanim Scepter for the Puck? Even though that's a very difficult target to say connected to when he's going for the Dream Coil. Yeah. Like there's nothing for a PA. OD, you kind of don't want to give that one, right? It's.
I think you're fine going the... This is one of the rare games I think you might actually go the Spirit's hero damage on the Wisp at level 15.
Yeah, it's like nothing you want to sync with.
Although Puck Ags is sick in this game. It's another scenario, Virtus Pro.
But when he blinks in, like Puck's gonna have to walk forward to Dream Coil.
Yeah.
That's the downside I was worried about.
I mean, VP, they love this triple BKB core lineup. Obviously, Jug might not be buying one, but he's got the spin, and you need some form of control. This is where the Bane pickup Puppy comes in. It's traditionally a dual laner in the mid lane, and it gives the OD a big edge, which he really didn't have in the previous game.
Dual mid. This is a fun meta. You know what? I'm actually kind of sad that this meta gets to end. This meta has been one of the most entertaining metas we've had from game to game. Yes, we've had OP heroes, but the OP heroes change like from game to game, from tournament to tournament. It's just been so dynamic in the way it gets played.
And we're comparing it to TI4, but let's be real, that entire tournament was Deathball. This is the first time we've really seen this kind of pressure.
Yeah, I don't want to compare it to TI4. TI4, I almost fell asleep in the grand finals, and I was casting it. Mid lane rotations coming over from Grimstroke, but he's walking underneath 2 Observer Wards. So the OD's already done his banishment, and maybe that's why Death Prophet thinks he can actually start the fight, but it's support on either side of the river. It's not what either team are really looking for.
I like the Puck pick once again, though, because Zai is just not really able to be pressured. Yeah, you can zone him a bit as the solo Sven, but he's never... The thing that threatens offlaners when you're Jug is if you can just solo kill them or keep them out of lane, because they're melee heroes. Puck, you just always sit here, you never die.
They're going again. It's a level 1 imprisonment. The damage just through Nightmare may be enough. Death Prophet has the banishment, and she'll die. This is first blood in mid lane, while on bottom lane, oh, they almost won the race with this bit of Ramses chasing the Puck under the tower, but first blood does go the way of Team Secret.
That's unfortunate from Zai. He had to use the Q to juke the stun and ends up getting killed because of it.
And Grimstroke's being a real pain in the butt. Here they go again in mid lane. A Nightmare. It's a level 2 imprisonment. Grimstroke's got his own stun, and they just banish him. Say goodbye to the stun. It doesn't exist when you're in the Netherworld, and that's Roger. Gonna go down as well. Maybe with a Fairy Fire he can survive. No, one more attack from Puppy will do the work. So difficult to win the support versus support matchup when you're up against a Bane. Solo should know this better than almost anybody else and tell it to the rest of his team.
And even though he died, Zai's still doing significantly better in the bottom lane than his counterpart in the Doom. And not just in his own CS, but the way he's forcing Ramses to miss a few under his own tower and as he's chasing Zai. Up top, Pasha's being zoned out pretty effectively by Nisha and the App Store. They're laning very well up here.
Look at the change of targets. You send Grimstroke up towards the top, Puppy instantly moves to the bottom lane to try and make sure that Ramses doesn't get a good game. Double CSs for 3 of the heroes so far. You know Ramses wants to go for the dive, but Stormbolt and Ramses starts his spin. There's no way to stop him when he gets the body block off, allowing Sven to have more stun times. Okay, maybe that's one way to do it. Nightmare as well as the one hit. Oh, Juggernaut so low, taking so much damage from the tower. The orb, he jumps over the rift damage. It's going to be enough to get the counter kill. So Zai's having a good lane. You give him a kill on Ramses, he's having a great lane.
This is great for Secret. You need your Puck to have a good start. This is the hero that'll really be able to make plays. Puck or OD, PA, they need so much time to come online. They don't really want to be involved. Zai will create the chaos, and then perhaps they'll add in. Maybe they'll keep farming, who knows.
Pasha? He hung around a little longer than was the Inkswell available from what? That'll only be something to dissuade them.
He has 6 stick. He's fine. He has so much help. As is.
He's going to find out. He goes for the nightmare. And there's easy jump away. Higher as well as PA. Strange on the tether, stays it up now over towards Bane. We'll see how this Nightmare and double damage from serves Puppy. When the spin comes out, he can try it again. Nightmare is available, trying to counter it out. They wait a little bit of time, they can't attack because Zai, he's waiting it out. The spin, Puppy waited until the end of the spin, but then Stormbolt over on 2. Ramsey can go to work. Silence is there, but Zai will still take a big chunk of damage from just the swings of Ramses. And up on top, Inkswell, nice jump from Nisha. Dodges it at the last moment.
Really back and forth laning phase as expected.
Exactly what you wanted to see. 8 seconds before the runes spawn up, and these teams, they're going just great plays against each other.
Yeah, VP is actually going to be able to control all 4, it looks like, unless Nisha up top. Nope, he won't be able to even contest that.
Downside about PA, can only jump to something.
Indeed.
Not like a Queen of Pain.
Like that if you're Virtus Pro. Your only real struggle is this mid lane. Mid one already up to 14 denies, and Death Prophet, it's similar to heroes like Viper and Razor, where you need to be ahead in the lane if you really want to contest. When you're behind, you can't utilize your drains as effectively because the enemy hero is going to just out-trade you.
Yep.
And you end up losing, you know, it's like a 30-70 now in what is usually a closer to 50-50 matchup.
But are you still okay with this? Like, okay, it's 3-3 on the board. Doom, we've seen his recovery, so even though he's 13-1 and not having as great a game as Zai, Pasha's still going to recover.
Yep.
And Ramses has been having a terrible time on bottom. As this game drags out, who do you even feel confident with?
Well, the concern for Secret's lineup, if you look at it, is incredibly low damage and low team fight. If OD gets doomed and PA, you know, and it's not 30-40 minutes into the game, Secret really don't have any AoE. You can coil them, you know, Zai can use a round of spells, but Virtus Pro, they have so much sustain, the healing ward, the heals from DP, the Doom Devour, the Sven shield. I fear for the lineup of Secret if they aren't able to abuse their map mobility and the relocate.
An invis room for the Sven. He didn't actually see Zai fast enough. The Observe Ward was looking for it. Nice D-Ward from Puppy, getting rid of that high ground vision that was available to the Death Prophet. So Puck has finished up her shrine. And Sven's waiting to see when someone's going to come back into the lane, because at the moment Juggernaut's having the freest time in the world, while Puppy wants to go on Death Prophet. Not level 6, only 3 1 charges available. And they're going to go silence on bottom lane. Zai still waiting for that Stormbolt. Solo was silenced up, that's the reason why it hasn't happened yet. And maybe worry about the phase shift, but there's the Stormbolt. Got in nice and close, so there was no way to just phase shift out the attack. Still will orb away, but he burnt Shrine so he could stand in the lane. Now that doesn't happen, but up on top lane, Pasha, he'll survive even though PA jumps forward. Grimstroke to help out. They can move in with Inkswell. They want to try and find this kill on the PA, but underneath the tier 1 tower, not where they want to fight.
A game relatively equalized. It's actually, for just a moment there, Nisha and Ramses had exactly 50 denies between them. They'll change up now.
And I gotta slow myself down as well. I'm kind of feeling like this game's going to be going the same pace as the rest of the series. It's like I'm ready to jump back into those team fights that we had. It's like let's just chill out.
The Doom just not going off on Nisha in time, and even though he was out CS for a bit, this is the nature of the Doom hero, especially once Roger shows up to help him. He's suddenly level 6. This top dual lane is still just level 4. And VP with a big level advantage in their side lanes. Yeah, you're a bit behind middle, but I'd argue that that's less important.
Great information getting provided by Solar. Got the Observer Ward up on the high ground near the top rune, but he just planted a fresh one from the tree line. So Team Secret will probably not be aware of this. It's just out of range of the detection of that mid lane. So instead, they use the Observer Ward, moving over with Death Prophet. No points in silence, but Nisha has nothing else to jump to. With the Spirit Siphon, it should be enough damage, but they're battling underneath the shrine. Support's rotating over in the form of the OD. At the same time, though, PA just want Anthony to do this, but wait! Well, Ramses, that's not what he wanted to have happen. Dies on the bottom lane. And Nisha just goes to farm up in his own jungle down to the south. He TP to the shrine instead.
I like this choice. He can't be top anymore. You're just way too susceptible when a Doom is level 7. He still has his ultimate off cooldown. There's nothing you can do. Farm a camp real quick and then go look to take this bottom lane from Zai. And
mid lane, they're going again. Solo is waiting. He knows the puppy wants to go for something. Look for the Storm Bolt. Death Prophet. She moves back with the Spirit Siphon, giving a little bit of extra life. They need to slow people down, but these pulls from YapzOr makes it difficult to close the distance. There's your slow coming in from the Stroke of Fate, but he's up the hill and away. So it's Ven. They couldn't get the chain stun from the Inkswell as well as the Stormhammer.
Surprise mid one? Looks like he might just be going for another Midas build.
They want to keep going. The Dire Observer Ward just sees Puck knowing he does have Dream Coil, but Doom has Doom.
Been max silence as well on Zai.
Oh, Stormbolt. Puppy tried to dodge it as quick as he could with the Nightmare. He'll Nightmare over on Doom. They'll free him out. YapzOr's nearby, tethering over. Doesn't have a lot of regeneration to provide, but it's just a slow on Doom. And then the Dream Call over on 3, and the hammer! Mid 1! He hits like an absolute, well, anvil. 2 heroes go his way. Doom, but this a little bit too heavily forced.
A little bit, Toby. They want to use the Doom. You want to ensure you get these ultimates off, but...
Shaq can also go for a solo kill, but he doesn't have Omni-Slash available. He's going to lose all 4 bounty runes. Maybe no bottom lane. Sven will be able to grab that. But Nisha takes the top 2.
The key hero to watch for Secret is going to continue to be Zai. This is the guy that's got to be able... He makes the turnarounds happen. Without the coil, without the silence, you can't stop Pasha from getting his spells off. And Nisha still needs some time to come online, although he's really considerably farmed since he had to leave the lane at level 4, and he still found a way to maintain his acceleration. Looks like he'll be going for the Battle Fury rush as well.
A late game Nisha PA to carry the game. Wow, I think I've seen this before somewhere, Kyle. Is this a rerun?
I mean, Ramsey's on the jug as well. Like both of these players are on signature heroes, not just for themselves, but in the meta too. Now, I'm happy because this means this game will be going late. You've got a Midas picked up on mid 1, and the more time we get to watch these 2 teams play Dota against each other, the happier I am.
Those 2 kills really just set him over the edge for it. Yeah, he got like 350 gold for it, but it's what allowed him to afford it by the 10-minute mark.
I want to see him look to itemize a bit differently. I'm not a huge fan of that Hex rush he was going for in both of those first 2, the 2 games he played OD already.
Puppy going to tank another gank. They kind of want to kill off the Puck. They're even faking out the Doom on bottom. Here's your silence over on Bane. Can't Nightmare when that's on him, but he gets rid of it. Stormbolt flies forward, gets a double stun. Puck, he's protected by the Invis rune. Now he comes back out of it, trying to help out Puppy. There's no TP support coming in, so this Dream Call will be massively ineffective. And they try and get a trade-off. Mid one's pushing the mid tower, but there's no D pushing a tower. While VP have 4 heroes forcing the lane. Grimstroke, he'll TP to the mid and just stop that secret push.
And they still have the DP ultimate ready as well, so they get the tier 1. They could potentially threaten tier 2, but I feel like Zai is going to just spam out this wave and ensure that's not possible.
Yeah.
And if you look at what mid 1's queued up, he does look to be rushing that Scythe of Ice again. I'm not sure how much I like it. They already have so much single target DPS and lockdown.
Unless they can just ensure that Doom can't get the Doom off. Like
exactly.
Like, okay, Doom's walking at me. He's going for the Vlad's build, so it'll be a while before the Blink Dagger will arrive. But then actually, no, this is a Doombringer. He hasn't maxed out Devour just yet, but eventually it will come. And they look for another target. Smoked up. They'll see Puppy. We are walking around during daytime for another 2.5 minutes. So they leave an Observe Wall behind. Imprisonment used on mid. Puppy's moving over. He's got the Nightmare and the Fiend's Grip used on Grimstroke, but they all got Soulbind together, and the double Doom and the double Stormbolt. That's the combination that VP's been itching for. And the Omni-Slash ISO relocate him out, it won't work. They take 3 heroes. Not as pro. You feel like maybe they're the ones being initiated on, but you feel a disturbance. That is not right.
But they fear nothing, Toby. These heroes are so strong. Look at the health pool. Every single hero of VP, exception of Solo with 987, is above 1,000 health in this mid lane. And Secret, you're still so squishy. Like, you have a Midas, a naked Midas on your OD. And Bane...
It's all about the dodge, right? It's having the Nightmare, it's having Imprisonment, it's having Phase Shift, it's having the IO sustain or the relocate back out. But when VP initiate and they get a double Doom, it disables so many of these abilities.
Yep. I mean, that's just the dream, right? You just blow your ultimates. They were waiting for this opportunity for some time. 7-7, game still equalized, but VP's lineup will thrive the longer this game goes.
Like Pasha just walks, like we talked about, like how do you get this combination off against Team Secret when Pasha just walks into the fight? But the phase boots and the fact that Secret were initiating on a different target, Puppey stood still because he was trying to fiend script and kill off the Grimstroke, and they got him at least. Grimstroke died, but they lost so much.
And it's some of this tale of the tournament thus far. You got one team, Secret, they're looking to find an initial kill on someone 100-0 before they can get a single spell off. Virtus Pro, you have so much sustain, so much staying power in engagement that you're confident as long as you survive that initial burst, you will win these fights just because of how powerful your heroes are as the team fight continues and continues on. Like, you're gonna have DP ult churning, you get the Doom off, and you have so much more reach as well. Like, you're just going to charge after people with that maxed out war cry of the solo Sven.
Yep.
Like, they're so fast.
God, it really is crazy. No one with the defensive dual scepter. He can even be aggressive with that if he wants to. And then he's going to build into the hood. Ensure that magical pop damage of Team Secret just doesn't explode the Death Prophet. Max duration on Exorcism. Pushing down buildings if they wanted to. Even their observer ward placing on bottom lane. It ensures that their farm areas are secure, but it also lets them have an early detection warning if Team Secret want to try and push down the tower. And surprisingly enough, they're coming down. They're not in range of the ward. In fact, Doombringer is nearby. And now they're going to see him. It's the 15-minute runes. Puck, he'll jump forward. He'll bottle that one up. Dream call out. Pasha, he'll try and survive through this. Did not get the scorched earth off, but it won't matter anyway. Can't walk away from the Dream coil. So Doom will die, and this is Secret's turn to get a lot of bounties.
I love it. I mean, both teams, the best teams in the world, of course, I keep saying it. 15 minutes, they're already ready. They're prepared for an engagement on the rune. These bounties are objectives.
I think you can say the best teams in the world. They have been in the winners bracket final and the grand final of 2 consecutive majors. The only 2 in this DPC season so far, and of course they're the only 2 teams that have qualified for TI so far. Both rightly so, but VP and Secret, like they dominated the last DPC seasons too. I think Secret qualified like 4 or 5 months into the last DPC season.
Yeah. And you have a blink on Zai. We saw it not really used there as the Doom was just standing on the rune, but that's the player to watch. In addition, this OD versus Doom relationship. Will OD be a hero? And he said, whoa, what?
What?
He died to the Ancient Stack. Oh my God. I have not, wow.
I don't know if we can go back in a replay and just watch that in slow motion. If production has that available, but if you do, I would like to see that. And yeah, you're right. YapzOr, they jump over, they realize he screwed up on the Ancients, and YapzOr with a relocate. They'll find what they're looking for. In fact, they may find more. Puck's ready to go. It's a double silence and Dream Call, and they drop the ultimate. Virtus Pro, what just happened here?
Holy. That's the first real individual
mistake. They're going for more. Solo, it's too much damage. The ult flies forward. Solo must run to the left, and he'll die. Nisha is a double kill. This is crumbling right now.
This is what makes these teams good. It's not about even how many mistakes they don't make. It's how do they respond when the enemy team makes a misstep. Ramses dies to Ancients. They're relocating there to steal them within 5 seconds and then immediately turning around under their own ward on their tier 1 tower. 4 kills.
There was the observer ward as well that was at the room that saw the fact that he died there. That's how the information, it wasn't even just a straight up read. They had the vision of Ramses dying in front of them.
That is the first time I've seen Ramses make a move like that. Like, guys played near perfect this entire tournament, this entire season. And VP go on to lose this game. You got to point to this moment as the reason why. However, big spells of Secret are on cooldown. No relocate, no Bane grip, no hammer.
In they go.
You said it.
Roshan crumps down. No one has already burned the Exorcism, and he's not inside the pit. He's letting the Exorcism do the work from the north side. So the Juggernaut's the only one risking himself. Io has the Spirits in close. Here comes you all forward. Initiating onto the DP is really difficult. The Stormbolt sent over towards Bane, so they've lost the double stun ability. They wait for the Soulbind. He's looking for a target, even a double damage rune. Juggernaut, maybe it's worth coming out of the pit for this. They get the Aegis Immortal, and then the DD into Ramses. They want to fight. They're looking for anything. They trigger anything they've got as the Warcry to get forward. Virtus Pro, they want to go forward so fast.
And you can see Doom is running at 5'11" move speed when Warcry, Scorched Earth, and Phase Boots are active.
Are they backing? They're backing up. Virtus Pro, even with a double damage rune on the Juggernaut, they don't want to force the issue into Team Secret just yet, even though Sanity's Eclipse is down for the moment.
A bit less action-packed in the previous 3 games, but you can still feel the tension. Both of these teams have such a great read on the flow of the fights. Who's more powerful in what position? You can tell that they know exactly when they should or should not be engaging.
Yep.
And I think Secret make a wise decision there. They pressure, saying, you know, VP, do you really want to force this? Because they can't fight, but maybe VP make a mistake, they leave the pit. But both teams make the right decision.
I thought Nisha was like on the opposite side of that, trying to farm up Juggernaut's areas.
Yep. While Ramses is farming his own. And the blink on Pasha is going to be big. I like his decision to go for the War Stomp build here. He wants to be more, he's an initiator. If you look at the lineup, VP, they just need to get on top of Secret. If you can get a disable or fast kill on the Bane, the Puck, or just the Doom on the OD, Secret no longer have the ability to team fight. They need that initiator's advantage, and they have to get a pick-off on someone. If that doesn't happen, you're going to get wrecked in these engagements.
It still feels pretty funky for mid one. Like, he's got BKB, but it's like it still feels problematic against the Doombringer. And Doombringer, they're trying to give Pasha the space on bottom lane to afford up his Blink Dagger, because they, like, VP need this. Don't rely on Soulbind, just rely on deleting the OD or potentially the Puck. Either will do.
20 minutes, they're smoked right on top of the room. This time it's VP who lay in wait, setting the trap. Secret wisely will not fall into it, and Pasha will collect the bottom bounty. So 3 runes going the way of VP. Secret still with a net worth advantage, but a lot of that is this OD Midas.
These are the runes VP wants. As we said, like, Doombringer's trying to afford his Blink Dagger. He's now up to 1900 gold. Not far off. Ramsey attacks the top tower. This forces the fortification. There's no creep wave with him anymore. And he'll turn around. Warcry, a little bit out of range there, Solo, but it won't matter. And Ramses spins, ensures that he's got Aegis Immortals and all the confidence for Ramses.
We saw this in previous games where teams game plan for Wisp. The way to beat it is to remove relocate as a way for Secret to play. Stick is 5. If you want to fight us, if you want to find kills, you're going to need to take us on toe-to-toe, and you just can't do that if you're Secret. The team fight disadvantage is too high, and you have a pipe on this no one Death Prophet. You could consider going tier 3 here, just because, again, you're so strong. Even with a net worth disadvantage, you got to feel confident to just keep pressuring.
Yep. But do they go up Virtus Pro? Tier 2 towers being pressured in mid. PA is pressuring the bottom tier 1 tower. Yep, they're going to come up. Ramses enters the base. They've still got Semptor Swamp inside the Doombringer, waiting for his own initiation. Another early spin from Juggernaut, beating into the tier 3 tower, being the front liner. And there's your Doom. He got it on the OD. Stormbolt out as well. They'll take the tier 3 tower. Remember though, they're here for more. Bane has to break free of the Fiend's grip, but this just opens up Virtus Pro to keep the pressure going. It's a great silence, but still the damage. All they're going to do is just stay there, but without the creep wave, they do not want to stick around. A blink forward from Phantom Assassin. Also not where she wants to be. Remember, Juggernaut has Omnicide. They get the stun. They were just baiting him. It looks like Crocodile's hit. It's a huge over, but the Omnicide is even better. So much damage. They have to find a kill. They haven't found any of them. The silence of Drinkle won't do its work. OD Orb will. 24 intel stolen. He's starting to hit hard, but Doombringer back to fight. Blink and Hopstomp off cooldown right now. And he gets 2. They need to kill the Io. Spin forward from Ramses. He wants to stay on the front lines. A silence on the Bane. Nightmare's coming off cooldown. They want to punish Virtus Pro. Maybe in a little bit too deep. Doombringer sacrificing himself. He'll stay around to try and get the, well, just to soak up some of the stuff, but Scepter, it goes on the Death Prophet. They're looking for Sven. Stormbolt, phase shift to dodge it by Zai. He'll get 1, they'll get 2, and Virtus Pro. Too deep, too deep, too deep.
Man, what, that was all Zai. All Zai. Multiple 3 or 4 man orb silences. That initial engagement, he killed the healing ward that was just placed by Ramses. That's why VP chooses to turn and run out of the base. And, you know, they turn on Puppey, but he effectively traded his life away, as we've seen Solo do so many times. He doesn't care. Immediately he's going to buy back, and that means his team now has time to turn around and continue this engagement.
And look where they go. They understand that Ramses wants to get back into farming, into recovery mode. They smoke up. They move over. You don't have a blink, but you've got a sight. That'll do the work. Look at Ramses. He feels it. They're showing in mid with the puck. Spin, back up. Grimstroke barely survives thanks to his Glimmer Cape. And they're healing, warding him up. They want to try and fight, but without Exorcism, without Death Prophet being fully up, they don't do it.
There were big silences from no one in that fight too, but they invested a lot into that push. No one bought a pipe. This is not an item you want to ever be purchasing on a Death Prophet in a game that could continue to extend for maybe 20, 30 more minutes. Like, he will get outscaled now. And how many times have we seen PA, especially Nisha PA, carry games once you get up to that level 20, level 25 talent? A
lot. Pushing in with the triple spine-filling daggers. He's at level 16 right now. Didn't go for the cleave, went for the armor corruption, and then even going to amplify the fact with Desolator.
And you have so many methods of removing Omni Slash. You can Astral. You have now a defensive Yules that could be utilized by Zai. Also, he's the one that interrupted that no one TP to find that bonus exit kill. Just really on point this series.
It's the Zai show. In the same kind of way that you saw Crit Carry EG, Zai stepping up to the mark. Dire Observer Wards are here. Solo stays on the high ground. No, he's going to walk down. Reveals the Arcane Rune. Reveals everyone's going to kill him. Roger, walk away. Or maybe not. Sven, he'll get the war cry off. The Zion just Puck just jumped in really deep. He'll end up getting the kill over on Solo. And Nisha, under the protection of his BKB, jumping into the back lines. He'll kill off Grimstroke as well. They're going for more. Actually, it's going to be Puppey in mid lane, sent up in towards the air. The Doom is on the OD. He's just waiting out this fight. So Bane will die. The Stars is out. Nisha, Nightmare. Combined with the Omnislash for relocate. Really?
Wow, Yapzor precasted that. He knew Nisha was in trouble the moment he got slept. If he held it for another half a second, I feel like someone's going to be able to interrupt that.
He's coming back. They're looking for the kill, but the Hex on Grimstroke. They have the damage to kill off Io, and under the Exorcism, maybe they got the DPS, but Puck back in again on the fight. They're taking so much damage thanks to the Rift as well as the follow-up. Death Prophet, she needs a little bit more space. Running away, but the crit from Nisha is coming into play. Doombringer's on the run with almost no armor, but it's up towards the top. That's where mid one finds a double kill. Virtus Pro, is this happening again? The whole team is dead, and Team Secret, they take a huge engagement. Another big plays. Support's doing the work, but my God.
And 4 bounty runes are going to go their way as well. All of a sudden, a full team wipe, a 10,000 gold lead, and you know,
it's
we're
money.
talking about like Secret. They have ODPA, a level 20 PA at that. Desolator on the way.
Same with the BKB for the OD.
That might be it, Toby. That is a lot. And you can see the Omni Slash. If they don't, they didn't kill PA, and that's Secret. If you can get through the Doom, if you can live through the Omni Slash, the VP damage disappears, and perhaps now you're the ones that thrive in the longer engagements.
I cannot believe how much experience Nisha got. Like, yes, he said, like level 20. He's already looking and saying, okay, Satanic time. He's already going to get the Morbid Mask.
It's 14k all of a sudden.
Yep.
Zai's going to have an Ags and 1,500 gold.
Dude, the bigger graph is the experience. That's about 18,000. The advantages just keep racking up.
That's the power of Puppey. Like, he distracted the Doom and the Death Prophet with ult active. Sure, you killed him, but he dragged them for 15 seconds. They're just chasing him towards the mid lane. And Ramsey's like, hey guys, can we kill this PA? He just slept himself.
He actually got the Aghanims upgrade. Still wants to claim it. For the IO, that is.
You do cool stuff with it. OD Ags is pretty interesting.
Yeah, I suppose like when you're ahead, it's good. Like when you're behind and you're imprisoned, everyone's like, we're gonna wait before we can attack. That's where the downside of imprisonment comes. But in towards the mid, Death Prophet shows itself in the side. They put down the Observer Wards. There's a lot of support behind him. OD walks forward. Careful of this. They already put the Sentry Ward down. Glimmer Cape and Fiend's Grip. But look, instantly Zai. He's always looking for more. He's looking for the major Dream Call. Able to claim it with Death Prophet. Burning Exorcism. Now Team Secret can just back up. They do not have to fight. and it's a huge ability to go down, but then no! He wants to go in! Roger just gets evaporated by Nisha, and the heck, the follow-up, another rip, another silence. Maybe there's some damage to be done, but Doombringer set up towards the air by the Yulsen, but Omniside is being thrown up by Puppy, trying to kill Ire. Well, they can live through this one. Maybe not so much. Doombringer, no, he can't close the distance. Yapsor's got the speed, but he doesn't have any heroes to help him out. 3 heroes down for Virtus Pro, and Nisha will come high ground. This time, I think the Rax will die.
Got a blink on Ramsey, Steve. God, having struggles to find.
They didn't even use Zanny's Eclipse. He just got the +2 multiplier as well. Put the Null Talisman back in your inventory. Actually, he's waiting for the Kaya to come on the courier. Mid-Rax is gone. Virtus Pro are on the ropes.
Got vision everywhere as well, Toby. Roshan is up. They could choose to go grab it whenever they'd like. 18,000 gold lead. And Nisha, they just do too much damage.
Notice Nisha has changed his item build. No longer going, actually I think he's still going to go for Satanic Ramses. And he needs to get out of range of the Dream Call on the back of the spin. Has TP available, will blink into the tree line so they cannot find him. This is delaying any kind of aggression that Team Secret could use. But that's all.
You need a miracle at this point.
I'm sorry, he's not here.
Exactly. And Pasha, he's finding decent initiations, but the damage output is suffering. You have Omni Slash that it's finding kills on Puppy reliably, but that's about it. And look at no one's items. Like, he hasn't accelerated, he hasn't scaled. He's now so far behind even Zai. And it's all comes down to that top engagement. You know, you didn't get enough.
You don't have Exorcism. You probably don't have the damage output you're looking for.
I think you have to try though, Toby.
It's a hard ask. Juggernaut still doesn't have the damage. He went man to Battle Fury until that butterfly is up. He's not really that intimidating, and Team Secret are already moving quickly. Under the cover of a 4-man smoke, or actually a 3-man smoke and a blur. Radiant scan, no one's nearby. They are at Roshan. Maybe VP are looking for the counter initiation when Secret go in, but a full Satanic is now completed on the PA. She's unstoppable and looking for a nullifier next. Puck reveals on bottom. Everyone from VP need to TP back, or they take Roshan now. Do you lose the second lane of Rax in order to claim Roshan? Exorcism is up. They can TP to the shrine potentially. That was left up, but nope. Everyone TP inside the base. Tier 3 tower's being taken. And they're happy for Nisha to be the front lines.
Got a Satanic.
Yep. And Satanic on the triple stifling daggers, it does proc the lifesteal.
And the issue you're running into now is Virtus Pro. Sure, you can continue to delete the OD at mid one, but he's got the survivability thanks to his Wisp, thanks to the peel of the puck to continue surviving. And Nisha's a problem now. He's the highest net worth. He's got so much farm that the moment the Doom goes out, he fears absolutely nothing, and the moment he identifies a Virtus Pro support, he's jumping on top of them and killing them.
There's a double damage rune in the top river. Actually, it's going to be picked up by Puck. I thought if you give that to the PA, Roshan doesn't stand a chance. But here comes VP once more. They'll grab the 30-minute bounty rune from the top. But Team Secret already took the lion's share of the 30-minute money. Pushing the advantage now to 22,000. Almost 30,000 on the experience. It looks unlosable for Team Secret, but they're up against Virtus Pro. Anything is possible. This is Dota.
Yep, they're doing a great job, though. They know the only way they can lose this game is if they allow VP some sort of breathing room due to their own mistakes. Just campus 5.
Distance and speed. They've already got the Hex over on Grimstroke. Fiend's Grip so quickly. Not to mention the Dream Ball. Mid one! He just wrecked space. The Omniside is kicking up. He doesn't even get a kill from it. Nightmare from Bane. Puppy survives. The Doom goes on PA, but who gives a crap? They can't live. Death Prophet will come back up again with a couple of Spirit Cybers, but they just waited it out, and now Death Prophet will die as well, and GG, well played. Team Secret will be the major winners over Virtus Pro, 3-1. They achieved what they were unable to do at the last major in KL. They have taken out Virtus Pro, and they do it with 1 game to spare. What a great run.
Incredible fortitude as well. Like a tough game 3. You've got to feel like they made mistakes, yet they pull it together against their rivals, their bitter rivals. They worked so hard for this. I did not see them for the last 2 weeks. They were just training, practicing. Puppy, my God, I have not seen such tactics since like Hannibal against the Romans in those first 2 games. Like, he gives them a 2-0 edge just based on his thinking alone.
And it has been such a performance. Team Secret, they've gone through the winner's bracket and they will be walking up to claim the trophy. They went the whole way. They got dropped down by Virtus Pro.
No one TP to find that bonus exit kill.
Yep.
Just really on point this series.
It's the Zai show. In the same kind of way that you saw crit carry EG, Zai stepping up to the mark. Dire Observer Wards are here. Solo stays on the high ground. No, he's going to walk down. Reveals the Arcane Rune. Reveals everyone's going to kill him. Roger, walk away. Or maybe not. Then he'll get the war cry off. The Zai just Puck just jumped in really deep. He'll end up getting the kill over on Solo. And Nisha, under the protection of his BKB, jumping into the back lines. He'll kill off Grimstroke as well. They're going for more. Actually, it's going to be Puppey in mid lane, sent up in towards the air. The Doom is on the OD. He's just waiting out this fight. So Bane will die. The Stars is down. Nisha, combined with the opposite for relocate. Really?
Wow, Yaptor pre-casted that. He knew Nisha was in trouble the moment he got slept. If he held it for another half a second, I feel like someone can be able to interrupt that.
He's coming back. They're looking for the kill, but the Hex on Grimstroke. They have the damage to kill off Io. And under the Hexism, maybe they got the DPS, but Puck back in again on the fight. They're taking so much damage thanks to the Rift as well as the follow-up. Death Prophet, she needs a little bit more space. Running away, but that crit from Nisha is coming into play. Doombringer's on the run with almost no armor, but it's up towards the top. That's where mid one finds a double kill. Virtus Pro, is this happening again? The whole team is dead, and Team Secret, they take a huge engagement.